Hello and welcome to our toddler virtual tour. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Miss Cochran and I've been the center director here at the Primrose School of Clear Lake since 2018. I am so excited to show you our toddler classroom and tell you more about what makes our toddler classroom such a special place for energetic toddlers. To get started, let's go ahead and take a look inside the classroom. As you come into the toddler classroom, you can see that it's really a large room with lots of natural light and that it's very open. If you're familiar with the infant classrooms, this is a big change from those previous rooms. This classroom has more space and lots of different and new materials for the children to interact with. Everything in this classroom is designed to foster the increasing independence of children this age. Even though it seems like it might be a really big transition from the infant to the toddler classrooms, the infant 2 teachers have prepared children for this change. As the children are getting older, getting more mobile, getting ready to come to toddler, the teachers are teaching them the correct way to sit at the table. They are gradually introducing pots. So as the children come over here, it's not as big of a transition as it might seem like it would have been. In this classroom, one of the things that stands out the most are these clearly defined centers and the types of centers that are available to the children. While it's uncommon for children under the age of 2 to be ready to start potty training, one of our tenets in our philosophy is to always support children where they are and never hold them back. So our toddler classroom is set up to support potty training when children show us that they are ready. Of course, what Primrose always does best is curriculum. So we're going to talk about how we teach our toddlers in the toddler classroom. We do introduce some new things in the toddler room. One of the new things that we introduce are the rules of the roost. The rules of the roost stay consistent for all of our classroom from this point onward and inform the way that we talk to our children about the expectations set in the classroom. We also introduce circle time. Circle time is something else that stays consistent through the rest of our program. It's a time where we come together, we sit, we talk about what it is that we're going to do today. And in this case, we even review some sign language. We do continue to support sign language in this classroom as children are still learning to talk. The primary way that we deliver curriculum in the toddler classroom is through what we call wonder time. We use the term wonder time because it's driven by children's natural curiosity. The coolest thing about wonder time is that it is never just one thing. Kids this age have very short attention spans and lots of energy, so we need to capitalize on that. In this example, my friend here is painting. While this is ostensibly a creative arts and expressions lesson, it is not just that. Right now, we're also learning about things that we find outside, things that we could step on. So my friend is painting, but she is painting with rocks. And while she is painting with rocks, she is comparing the imprints the big rocks and the small rocks make. So this is also a math lesson as we make comparisons, and it's a science and sensory lesson as she experiences the texture of the rocks and the texture of the paint. And from there, we even add on a language and literacy element as we introduce some of those words. We talk about comparing. We encourage her to explore the texture and vocalize what she is experiencing too. So a lot is happening in this very short lesson on painting with rocks. In this example, my friend is exploring a book that her teacher has just read to her. As she is looking through that book, she is comparing what she sees in the book to the flashcards that have been provided to her by her teacher. She is making comparisons and making connections. So, this is a language and literacy lesson as she explores a book and develops concepts of print, but it's also a math lesson as she makes comparisons and a science lesson as she learns more about plants. Here, my friend is exploring the way that flowers grow through dance. Toddlers are kinesthetic learners. They need to move, they need to interact to learn. So oftentimes there's a dramatic or reenactment element to our lessons. When the children are not actively with their teachers engaged in lessons, they do explore their centers. In the centers, we take a Montessori approach to learning, meaning play is child initiated, and our goal is to get children to learn through their play. The way that this works is that the assistant teacher will go over and ask questions or give some redirections to encourage children to interact with their classroom materials in specific ways to make connections to what it is that they've been learning about already in their classroom. I also want to talk to you about our parent communication app, ProCare. ProCare is really neat because it is all in one. It allows you to see information about your child's day. It allows you to see billing information, and it even allows for two-way communication between you and your child's teacher. As a parent, when I open my ProCare app, what I see are the activities that my child has done most recently. Here, it looks like my kitty had a nap and had a photo taken. And then I can see that the teacher sent a note and that she did an activity with sensory play. I can also see that she had a bottle and drank 5 ounces earlier this morning as well. Something really cool about ProCare is that it is live, and parents do get real-time updates. So when you get an update, you get a push notification. You can see the ProCare icon up here in the corner. And when you look at that icon, it will tell you what happened. So I see that Zena took a nap. There is also two-way communication between you and the classroom teacher. If you have any questions or if the teacher needs to communicate something with you, you can send a message and the teachers are able to respond. When I receive an invoice, I get an alert at the top of my dashboard up here. It shows what I owe. From there, I can go to my transactions page and take a look at what I'm being charged for, make a payment. Thank you so much for joining me while I talked about our Toddler Classroom. Of course, if this is something that you are interested in, I encourage you to reach out. We are always happy to answer questions, and we'd love to set up a time where you can come and look at our Toddler Classroom in more depth. Of course, please remember that space is limited and we are pre-registering already. So if you are interested, I would recommend reaching out sooner rather than later because we would love to have your toddler join us. Thank you so much and have a fabulous rest of your day. Hello and welcome to our early preschool tour for 2-year-olds. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Ms. Cochran and I've been the center director here at the Primrose School of Clear Lake since 2018. I am so excited to tell you all about what makes our early preschool classroom special for energetic 2-year-olds,